Welcome everyone. It is September 6, 2025. It's a Saturday. I hope that you have a great weekend. In this YouTube video, I'm going to talk to you about what is probably, in my opinion, the most highly anticipated, talked about IPO that is going public next week. There's plenty of amazing companies going public next week. If you're a new viewer and you first time checking out this channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button. That's one. Two, please keep in mind, this channel is not about IPOs only. I cover everything in the stock market. Stocks are already trading. Some really recent examples that I can give you that, just so you can understand why you should, follow this channel. Rock a lot. But I did 5 YouTube videos when it was $4, calling it a buy, and under 5, at $4.39, at $4, $3.98, calling it a buy, must hold, long term, blah blah blah. It's $50 now. ASTS, I did YouTube video when it was like $2.70. Then it went to 30, whatever it is. I don't even know. It hit 30. I don't know what it is today. And a ton of other stocks that I think viewers of this channel can list in the comment section below. All right. So with that being said, FIGR Technologies targets a $4.3 billion valuation coming up next week. This is a company that's joining a wave of other crypto companies that went public recently. The two most recent ones that are big names were Circle, that was available for pre-order, and if you had pre-order, and you could have sold Circle on day one for like 150% gains if you wanted to. And then there was Bullish, that was also available for pre-order. You could have sold that for gains on day one. There's also another big, huge move that is made. Now it remains to be seen how successful it's going to be. I'm going to talk about that also in the video. All right, about another stock. It's already trading right now. It's around $11, and Crypto.com and the Trump family is involved in this. Some people don't like Trump. I get it. That's fine. But just letting you know, it is the Trump family. Crypto.com. That's we'll get to that. But we're gonna focus on FIGR mostly in this YouTube video because it's we're gonna cover it. We're gonna look at its financials, what it is, a video from the CEO, some very interesting things the CEO had to say about the end of times for companies like Robinhood and Webull and Schwab's and all that stuff. Sounds crazy, right? Doesn't sound crazy. He had something interesting to say about that. And this coming from a guy who was also the CEO of SoFi. So FIGR was co-founded in 2018 by technology entrepreneur Mike Cagney. It is a blockchain native platform that powers lending, trading, and investing in areas such as consumer credit and digital assets. $16 billion in home equity originated so far.
We were the first to originate loans on chain, and that year the first to warehouse them. Did the first securitization in March of 2020, and last year the first AAA rated securitizations of blockchain assets. And so we think it's a long time coming for a decentralized custody exchange construct where you don't have exposure to the exchange operator, a true multi-party computation wallet structure, so effectively an MPC wallet to support a decentralized exchange initially for crypto, but we're going to bring our lending business, our asset-backed security business on there, and ultimately we hope to be able to get public equity on there as well. We're working with partners, significant market leaders like Jump Crypto, for example, in creating very deep liquid two-way markets, bringing the best technology into the marketplace, and it provides a foundation to do something very disruptive. And that disruption, a lot of times people say, oh, you're going to get rid of DTC or Deposit Trust Corporation. Sure, you don't need a centralized registry with blockchain. And they say, oh, well, you're going to get rid of the NASDAQ or the NYSE. Well, you don't necessarily need those centralized exchanges with blockchain. But the big disruption is you don't need the introducing broker. You don't need the Schwabs or the Robinhoods or the TDs because you just attach your wallet to the exchange and trade. That level of disruption makes a lot of people nervous. That's why you have a lot of resistance to what's happening, but it's going to happen.
Let me know in the comment section below what you think about that level of disruption that he mentioned as far as your Robinhoods and your Schwabs and your Weebulls and all that stuff gone away. Let me put a small break and let's look at next week's IPO. Huge list of great companies going public. I already did a full Klarna video all about Klarna. You can watch that. That was like 2 days ago that went public on YouTube. Now we're doing FIGR. Now next, hopefully I can get tomorrow BlackRock. As far as Gemini space, I probably will need to get that before the BlackRock coffee bar. And I talked about Legence Corp in my Klarna IPO video. Legence Corp is one of the top one of my top favorite IPOs that are going public this year. And yeah, we also have Via Transportation Corporation. That's another huge one people are asking about. FIGR is building basically, guys, the future of capital markets using blockchain-based technology. Their proprietary technology is going to power the next generation of lending, trading, investing, and possibly, as the CEO said, eventually also the trading and buying and selling of physical goods all in one. The company's primary offerings include loan origination, home equity loans, electronic marketplace, stablecoin, digital asset registry technologies, and democratized prime DeFi lending marketplace. In my YouTube videos, it's never only just about one company. I like to throw in a bunch of information. Always, have your notes with you. Keep this in mind for those who are interested. Yorkville Acquisition Corp, guys, they announced their ticker symbol. Now, Yorkville Acquisition Corp, for those who don't know, is a special purpose acquisition company, a SPAC, right? You know SPACs. I think most of you know about SPACs. I'm not going to explain it right now. It's just, it will take too long. But SPAC, right? So it's a SPAC, and it announced what its new ticker symbol will be. It's MCGA, and so they announced that ahead of their Trump Media Group Crow Strategy Corporation listing. Basically, this business combination with Crypto.com, the Trump Media, and the SPAC, right? That means that since we know that they announced the ticker symbol was MCGA, then the business combination is coming up soon. When the business combination comes up, which is more than likely, it's going to happen this year. And what happens is that the SPAC is going to go up. In my opinion, probably it's going to hit like 15, 16, 17 bucks. That's just my opinion. It's not financial advice, because basically Yorkville Acquisition Corp, real quick, just so you know, we have the SPAC, that's one, Yorkville Acquisition Corp. Then we have two, the Trump Media and Technology Group, ticker symbol DJT, and Crypto.com. All three of these companies are going to merge together. So they entered into a definitive agreement of a business combination between the three to establish the Trump Media Group Crow Strategy Corporation, which is going to be a digital asset treasury company. I think that eventually it's going to be like a trash company, in my opinion. That's just, I don't know, maybe not. But at least initially, I think it's going to do well. I think it's going to go up. I believe it's going to go up. That's just my opinion. So going back to FIGR Technologies, they booked $700 million in investments. And some of the investors in FIGR Technologies are Morgan Creek Digital, DCM Ventures, 10T Holdings, Ribbit Capital, Jump Crypto. Revenue for FIGR is growing. So in 2023, it was a little higher than 200 million. Then it went over 300 million, and it's set to end at 375 million for the year 2025. Net income is on the positive side in 2024, was negative in 2023, but should be largely positive at around 62 million for 2025. Free cash flow is negative, but sort of improving in 2025. And the total debt of the company is at $453 million. If there's one negative thing that I can find about FIGR IPO is the valuation. When you go public at a $4.3 billion valuation and you barely reach $375 million in revenue for the year, for the entire year, and you have rising debt at higher levels than what you are actually making, which I understand the debt is also depends on how many years and all that stuff and what kind of debt structure it is. It's not that $435 million in debt is not something that's due like immediately. But yeah, anyways, in my opinion, I think the valuation is way higher. It's overvalued, and it's no surprise. Most IPOs come overvalued anyways. Through the years, we've seen many promises from crypto-related companies, and so far most of them have failed and even caused damage to people who trusted them. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. I think FIGR is gonna do well, but in the short term, if you're up, like in my personal opinion, if you had pre-ordered and you got a really good share allocation, and on day one you're up big time, I don't know, maybe think about taking your profit. Eventually, it's going to follow the same path that Bullish took. It went up on day one, huge, gains for those who pre-ordered, and then look at it, right? It's been going down. Thank you very much for watching this YouTube video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and I wish you guys all the best. If you want to join, by the way, our Patreon/Discord community, the link is in the description of the video. over 3,000 members. I wish you guys all the best. Take care.